Alright, so since you guys didn't hear what I was just talking about, I'm replacing the screen on this HP Pavilion. I rattled off the model numbers and the part numbers. Let me go ahead and give that to you now since I didn't realize you guys weren't hearing me. Let me turn this music down for a second. Let me explain what's going on here. This is a HP LCD replacement. Part number is N as in November 16H as in hotel. I'm sorry, 161H hotel. C as in Charlie. A as in Alpha dash G as in golf. A as in Alpha number 1. Alrighty, so this is a screen I had to buy. That's the part you can do a search for. I got this one through Amazon. I think it was $150. Unfortunately, it's a slightly more expensive screen for the repair. In fact, I did one of these machines earlier. This Pavilion is not identical to the one I did a few weeks earlier. That screen was only $50 or $60. So ultimately, what you're going to watch me do is literally glue or use double stick tape to put the screen in place. So I just now realized my audio wasn't working until the last 30 seconds. But Kenny, yeah, in fact, I thought that was weird that he said that. I wasn't sure if he only heard the music, but I guess so. My name is Chris. I do offer this work for anyone who wants it live. And I'm going to start playing the music again. All right. So anyway, my name is Chris, the South Bay Tech Guru, offering live recorded work. I'm installing this screen here. There we go. All right. Yes, I do encourage you. Kenny, thank you for showing up. Hi. Ah, got it. Might be too loud. Yes, thank you. See, that's the other thing. It's very difficult for me to monitor myself. Prizek, how are you? How is that music? Yeah, monitoring myself live, that's the more difficult thing to deal with here. Thank you for letting me know, though. Is it okay now? I just realized my audio was off for my voice. Let me know how I sound now. So I've confirmed I have a working system now. Now I can take this double stick tape and make it sticky on both sides. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to make this more interesting. So ultimately, I would love it if you guys would input. Just be tactfully and yeah, be tactful when you tell me I'm not doing something right. But thank you. I'm trying to make this a more interesting thing because I don't want to ramble on about stuff that's not necessarily interesting or useful. Alrighty. Come on, turn on. Test, test, test. Alright, let's turn this thing on. Alright, it turns on. Good. Yeah, by the way, this is... Good, good. Yes, my voice was totally off. Oh, you know what I can do? You know what I can try? Ah, we got a display. Thanks. Yeah, okay, I turned down the music a hair, as you described. Let me know how this sounds now. This has been a big experiment. I'm trying to figure out what you guys want versus how doable can I do this live. It's difficult having to monitor yourself. Okay, good, we got a screen that's usable, and it's now double stick taped in here. Now, I got 2 screws up at the top for the frame rails, and then I'm going to clip back together the screen bezel. Might need to open up the screw kit. Good. Okay, now I got it. Alright, I got the screw kit here. Figure out which of these screws I actually want. Good, thank you. You know, I love it that all this software can do all this stuff, but the software doesn't. I use OBS and it doesn't have a way to export a profile, so once I get something exactly as I want it, I can't just export a profile. I wish I could. Here. So I just need to put these 2 frame rails in, which are 2 itty-bitty screws. Let me see if this is the screw that I need. That might be it. Nope, it's too long. I gotta find a shorter one. Yeah, these modern day laptops, the bezel is so thin. That's part of why a lot of these laptops break. They're so thin that there's not enough meat on them to grab a long enough screw to be really useful. The biggest issue is not necessarily quality. It's a weird engineering issue. They're trying to make these things thin and sexy. Thin, yes. Sexy, not when it breaks. Alright, let's see if this screw works. Yeah, it's the biggest issue when these things sit in the shop for weeks on end. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let me see here. I wonder if this screw will work. Yeah, ultimately, if I had someone to work with, or maybe if I invest a little bit more effort, I'll be able to give you more details, like exactly who's playing and all that fun stuff. But I'm creative, but not the most artistic. I gotta figure out how to present something that's interesting to you guys.
Maybe we're made for a time like this, counting each breath so we wouldn't miss it. Don't close
We'll
your
get there.
Don't
You
close
know what I think I want to do?
undecided in all
Lay
our
this down.
trouble. Say goodbye when you know what to follow. Don't close your. Don't
we're getting there. I think I found the right screw.
All said and done, get your breath somehow.
Good.
No, we're not the only ones watching now. Don't close your eyes. Under something new, we'll say.
Alrighty.
Impossible isn't far away, so don't close your eyes. Don't want you passing by. Stay with me, here with me. And time is on our side.
Yeah.
Stay with me.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think my favorite brand of laptop is the Lenovo ThinkPads, because those are actually built more stout than any other hardware in the business.
I stumbled around my words that day. Anybody out there listening? Won't close my eyes. Gotta feel it all slip away. Talk through the night, won't you find my way through? And don't close your.
That's how I screw.
Don't close.
Dude, the
your
screws for
eyes.
these particular machines. That's the other thing. These screws are actually smaller than I would expect.
Stay with me.
There we go. Here's another one.
And time is on.
Thanks for the live interaction. This is a lot more interesting with you here.
Stay with me, here with me. Stay with me, here with me.
Alrighty, there we go. So now I'm just going to put the bezel on here. Remind me to remove this thin film here before I do that.
Don't you pass by. Stay with me, here with me.
These bezels always tend to be broken when I work on them.
And time is on our side. Won't you stay with me?
There we go. I think we got a good fit. So now I'm going to remove that thin bezel. The thin tape here. There we go.
Stay with me, here with
I'll put
me.
model numbers and part numbers. That's why I took a picture, so I can get the part number for the screen, so you guys can match up the part number for the screen. And therefore, when you do this repair on your own hardware, your HP Pavilion, I'll match up the model number of the Pavilion with the part number for the screen.
Stay with me, here
That was me taking a picture of the back.
Stay with me, here with me.
Alrighty. Then the bezel's just clipped in. So frustrating. Yeah, I wonder if society will get fed up with planned obsolescence. There's no reason grandma needs a big expensive computer, and to have to replace it more than every 3 or 5 years is ridiculous. Alrighty, I think we're good.
Hello, what a wonderful life.
Yeah, so now that the bezel's in place, I think we're good. We're gonna turn it on one more time. I'm actually gonna call her right
I'm
now.
lost inside your eyes, and they say it's never easy. It's a game that
Oh, you know what I'll
never
call? Yeah.
lasts. But
Remember
every
right here,
time swear I still get the butterflies. You light up every single part of my life.
Call her now.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little lost without you. Don't you dare leave, 'cause it's only getting better. And I don't know how you do it, there ain't nowhere to run. I'm tangled up inside your love. Don't you dare leave, 'cause it's only getting better. And I don't know how you do it, there ain't nowhere to run. I'm tangled up inside your love. Hello, what a wonderful life. When everything is wrong, girl, you make it feel so right.
Please leave your message for
Change the way I see every day, every night. I'm tangled up.
Isabella, this is Chris, your computer guy. Your computer's all set to go. Let me know when you want to come get it. And yeah, just give me a call ahead before you head over. Make sure I'm here. 855-434-8787. Thanks. So there we are. We got a working swapped out screen. Let me say out loud. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's all done. So let me get it on audio here. This was a Pavilion, an HP Pavilion gaming laptop model 16-A0032DX. And I took a picture of the part number you're going to want to look up for this particular machine. I would also, well, anyway, I'd recommend pulling the screen to make sure they didn't change vendors at some sort of time, because it's quite possible a particular machine can support multiple types of screens. So like maybe you bought one model that also supported 2K versus a 4K screen. This is not a 4K screen. N is in November, 161, H is in hotel, C is in Charlie, A is in alpha, dash, G is in golf, A is in alpha, 1. That's the part number for the screen that went in this machine. And the HP part number is HP part number M is a Mike 41862-JQ2. So there we go. Actually, here we can do this. Can you read this? Oh no, you know what? Yeah, we'll do this. No, it doesn't want to give up the goods. But anyway, listen to the part number, and that's what I found in this machine. I think the screen was $150. Unfortunately, that's the other thing. So yeah, that's also why I had to open up this machine, because I worked on it could have been the identical model because I didn't have it in front of me. But 2 weeks before I did this, I did the same repair on what appeared to be almost the identical. It could have been the identical model, except the screen part was a different part. And unfortunately, it was a more affordable part. So I was kind of excited about getting a $50 screen, but unfortunately, the part number, I guess the 30 versus 40 pin adapter is what ultimately is the biggest difference between screens. So I left a message with Isabella, and she'll let me know when she wants to come back and get her Pavilion. She's been very patient. It's been over a week. Unfortunately, even when you order on Prime, sometimes it's several days before that delivery gets shipped out. But Amazon is my one of the go-to places for a lot of parts. If I'm buying a Dell screen, well, not a screen. Yeah, that's probably not the best example, but if I buy parts from Dell, it's not necessarily Dell directly that I go. I like to avoid Chinese sources whenever possible. But parts-people.com is also another one of my secret suppliers. Their business is selling parts, excess parts from Dell. I guess they're several miles down the road from Dell headquarters. They buy up their extra parts and they got their own business reselling those parts. So we're done with this HP. Data transfer off of that other Dell, by the way, is not giving up data. So, holy cow. Nope, I was trying to do some data recovery from a Dell earlier. And it's not populating the desktop, so Windows Explorer can't even render because the hard drive is failing. I tried to take that SATA 3 drive, make it an external M2 drive, and it just doesn't want to populate. But what's frustrating is it does partially function. The desktop doesn't quite render. So I'm not sure what I want to do at this point. And when I make it a USB drive, it doesn't give up data. The desktop sitting in a installed configuration only halfway. It renders the wallpaper, not the whole desktop. Alrighty, so the other thing I'm going to do is install Windows on an HP desktop. It's an all-in-one. A customer wants me to move data from the old machine to the new machine. Let's go ahead and do that. We're done with this HP.
I took my heaviest book and I placed you inside. With each breath that you took, rested soft by my side. Before your petals could fall and colors would fade.
About those HP screens, seems like HP Pavilion screens have a short lifespan and needs to be replaced a lot, but I'm sure you will get used to those. What do I think? Well, unfortunately, I think the industry as a whole makes a lower quality, or because technologies allow these companies to make a less reliable product. Unfortunately, society's been trained into accepting hardware that doesn't last longer than 5 years. But her situation, the screen was physically broken. I mean, when it turned on, the old screen, he had all those vertical lines. I think she poked it or tried to close it with a screen on the keyboard. Something physically damaged it. So in her case, yeah, I understand your theory about short-life screens. But I think ultimately people are going to start to get frustrated replacing their expensive televisions. Can you imagine? Or even if you don't spend a lot on a large TV, that's going to be unwieldy and frustrating to have to take a big old TV and replace it. And since anyone my age or older grew up with their TV, so to expect to replace it every 5 years or less is inexcusable.
That I know what you think.
You know what I mean, right? All right, so this HP here is going to get an install copy of Windows. Windows 11. Brand new HP. We're going to get the data off the old machine, but customer, he basically turned it on, not much else.
This purpose I hold, I hope that you can see. I've got this pen and this paper, but I don't know how I'll get there. And I just want people to see what they need to love everyone and be They said things would get easy once I made it, the money would roll in.
Alrighty, here we are. So what is this thing? This is an HP.
This insane
I don't see
situation.
a model number anywhere.
said things would get easier.
It is brand new, so it's getting Windows 11.
The money would roll in.
I haven't even tried to install Windows 10 on something that shipped with 11 yet.
Impossible. This insane situation we're in.
Just plugged in my USB stick. That's an 8 gig stick with Windows 11 on it.
But this is my dream. You're all that I want. But what do I need?
All right, we're going to turn this on. As soon as I find the power button. Aha. Is that a power button on the back? It's got a joystick like a Samsung TV. Power button's right below it. So here we are. HP, I think the boot key is, what is it? F9, 10, 11. There we are. Good, all right.
I took my heaviest book and I placed you inside.
There we go.
With each breath that you took,
There. Now you get to see what I'm up
rested
against.
soft by my side.
This is an HP all-in-one. We're gonna boot off my
Before
memory
your
stick.
petals could fall.
There's my SanDisk right there. Once we do this, oh, you can see me.
Colors would fade.
That's a lot of reflectivity there.
I'd preserve your heart and press you
Here we go.
into the page.
This delay is normal. It's the media creation tool that created this copy of Windows. Customer said they put a minimal amount of effort into it, which implies they turned it on. And I think they said they installed Office, but I suggested I just start over so that it doesn't have the retail crap that every retail level hardware often comes with. All right, here we go. Next. Install now. Should close this razor blade so I don't get myself hurt. Set up to starting. Hi, this is Chris. Hi, this is Chris. Is this Isabella? Yeah, I have your laptop. It's all fixed. Yeah, give me a call before you head over, just in case I'm out to lunch or doing a house call. Thanks. Bye. There we are. Gotta find my mouse. I can't get the key. There we are. Now our mouse is working. All right. Custom. Refresh. All right. Well, I already know what the problem is. I gotta go to the BIOS. Let's see here. I'm gonna turn off my microphone for a bit because you don't need to hear me talk. I need to go to the BIOS and turn off the RAID mode in this BIOS. I'll look up what boot key is HP here. Let's see what we got going here. HP boot key. Okay, so it should be F10. Restart. Come on, restart. Hit F10 to get into the BIOS. Turn RAID off. Otherwise, I gotta go get the RAID driver for the SSD. That's exactly why those partitions didn't populate off of the USB stick. So F10. There we are. Okay, so we're in the BIOS. Boot menu. Let's do 5 seconds for now since we're messing with this machine. You guys can see what's going on, can you? There, how's that? That's what I'm looking at. Alright, so my ultimate issue here is by default, I think if the USB SATA drive, oh, it's not probably SATA, it's probably an M2 in there, that's why. SATA drive's not going to have this issue. Device security, TPM devices enabled. They're gonna make me yeah. What's up? Yeah. Uh-huh. A long time. All right, I'm live. All right, there we go. There's our problem. Okay, so we're not going to do RAID. There's our PCIe 1.0 Intel. Non-RAID. Good. Where's our options here? At least some HP laptops have security boot turned off by default. You might need to turn off secure boot too in the BIOS. Right, thank you. Let's go here. Secure boot, let's see here. USB security, device security, configuration. Terabyte drive. Secure boot. Let's see here. Pending action. Load factory default keys. USB boots. Where is it? Our TPM chip. Security. SATA 4. Thermal. Finding you. Secure boot. Where is it? Boot manager, USB flash drive, USB hard drive. Yeah, I know. I know. Jeez. Load HP factory default keys. Configuration, power loss hypersetting. Virtualization technology. There's our drive. Our driver for the drive. I got this. Try that. I'm thinking under the security tab for secure boot. Let's try. Security, where's, okay, so there we are. Administrator password, power on password, TPM device, TPM state, clear TPM, restore security settings to factory defaults, device security, system audio network controller and the SATA 4 connectors. Slot security. Card M1. Ah. Is that what they mean by security? Is this... No, this isn't secure boot. Music's a little overwhelming, like you said. Slot security, USB security. Everything's enabled on USB. Device security. Power on, password, clear TPM. Yeah, why the heck? Do you think I need to, this drive, the M2 that's installed is something so special that I need to install a physical driver? I mean, if I just turn off the RAID controller, the secure boot, I should at least see the drive. The installer is not seeing the drive. Scene secure boot under security. Yeah. Device security available for system audio, network controller, and SATA. So we'll do this again. Okay. Come on. Here it comes. Come on. I didn't get the USB stick. I missed it. Oh, there we go. Troubleshoot. There we go. Up, start up. It has keys for secure boot. I'm sure it's in there somewhere, but maybe HP went weird and it's not in the BIOS. Yeah. Restart. Okay. UFEI settings might be part of it. Let's see here. We're going to go... Enter. Let's see what our options are. No, this is just going to start Windows. Okay, yeah, I don't like the way HP handles the BIOS. Gee golly. Okay, yeah, so this is not what we wanted. Is my audio okay? I've been messing with it. Ah, look at that. I disabled his pin because I was screwing around. You notice that? So his pin has been disabled because I reset his BIOS to factory specs. So let's do the restart now. Restart anyway. I think it's F10 to get to the boot. This is so frustrating. Why is it bugging me? Why can't I just restart? Restart. Restart. Now it's restarting. F10. Yeah. I wish people would consult with me before buying hardware. We all ought to just put HP out of business. Just the one brand. Hi, this is Chris.
Hi, Chris. This is Alan Lynch. You have my laptop.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get data. That drive is not wanting to give up any data.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. I can only work as fast as the machine potentially wants to give up data.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm just checking in. So
Yeah. If I let that thing sit for more than a few hours, will it give up the data? Will it eventually give up the, yeah, will the desktop finally show up?
I don't know.
Yeah. So did this thing just not turn on one day, or did it not give up the data while you were using it?
So this morning I went to turn it on, and it just it would get to the desktop, and then there was some error messages.
Right. Yeah, the drive is failing, so that's ultimately what the problem is. And I could let it sit, and I tried to take the drive out and make it a USB drive, and that just wasn't giving us the data that I was hoping it would do. So I could keep playing with it, but otherwise, I don't think it's gonna get... All I can do is wait and see if it gives up the data. So I could give you a more definitive answer at tomorrow, because this is just taking a while.
Okay, sounds like it may not be a fit.
Right, yeah.
May not be able to.
Right, exactly. In which case, I could potentially send you off to a recovery specialist, but it's a SATA. I mean, it's a solid-state drive, and data recovery on a solid-state drive, you'd think being the newer technology would be more reliable, but it might be that even a recovery service might not be able to recover data.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what should I just come get it?
Well, let me play with it a little bit longer. Definitely by tomorrow. Yeah, I'll call you by tomorrow. If you need to come get it, then that's the case. But otherwise, let me kick it around a little bit just to confirm it's not going to give up the data. There's a couple things I can try without promising anything. But sometimes if you just try more than one way, it'll give up a result.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, I'll call you tomorrow before lunch. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yep. Yeah, HP stands for help please, I know. All right, let's see here. Ignore changes. It's an Intel drive. Yeah, let me see if I can just look up the... Oh, wrong mouse. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. This is an PCIe Intel. All right, I'm online and I'm looking for the driver here. Lovely. It gives you an EXE. That's not really of that much use to me. Don't give me an EXE, just give me the file that I need. I don't even know if it's an Optane driver. Detailed description. Well, darn. Yeah, it doesn't say it's an Optane drive. I have the part number and the serial number. Let's see here. Windows 2, yeah, Windows 10 installation tool cannot detect Intel. Yeah, that's because it needs the driver. Let me just see what that note says. Yep, it needs the driver. Hold on. Yeah, it wasn't even Googling that, but basically, I need to install the driver for the SSD in this machine. And I don't want an EXE because I technically could use my own machine. This Windows driver can be used to yeah, okay, cool. I accept. I pretend to read every word. What's in this zip file here? Show in Finder. Let me see if this file here. Good. Okay, let's try this. So what you guys don't see is I had to grab a driver for the SSD. Alrighty. Copy. Alrighty, here we are. Okay, so I got a driver that hopefully will work. There we go. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like to sell the service of data recovery. It's hard for me to sell that service. I don't have enough room to do, say, 2 or 3 more jobs at a time. So, okay, so I grabbed the SSD drivers. So now I'm going to hit F10 again and try to boot off this stick after having dumped those drivers onto the USB stick. The same stick as Windows 10. 11, I mean. Nope, hold on. What is it? F12, F8, F9? Is it F9? We're going to find out. It is a... Hold on, let me go... It's not seeing my stick now here. Hold on. Start over. Let's get into the BIOS. F10, all right. We'll restart. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. F10. Restart, restart, F10. Actually, what I should have done is just held the shift key right there. F10. I'm smashing that F10 key. Restart anyway. F10. Restart. You ever notice that? You gotta restart the machine 3 times before it finally says okay. Now that gets into the BIOS. Where's our boot command here? Let's try F11. F10 gets us into the BIOS. I need to know what the boot key is. Escape, escape. Oh, it's probably, I guess it's escape. Let's try this again. All right, let's try this. Escape. Okay, good. There we are. Escape gets us to the boot menu. Boot menu is now... Okay, so first you do escape, and then you do F9, and then... Well, now it's not seeing my stick. Here, hold on. What did I do? Hold on. What did I do to disable my memory stick? Hold on. Yeah, I know. Restart. Hold shift. Restart anyway. So I'm holding the shift key. Yeah, Microsoft. These companies are ultimately very lazy. So I held the shift key. Let's see what that gives us. There we go. Hit US. Troubleshoot. This is different. The HP customized UEFI firmware settings. Okay, let's go. The boot option. 5 seconds. Well, that's weird. USB boot is enabled. Annoying. Zero, 2, 3. That should be in. Load setup defaults. Let's try that. Okay, and then we're gonna go. Ignore no, and we're gonna go. How do I acknowledge it? No, I should be able to add content to it. I've added folder. I added another folder to it specifically. Let's see here. Save changes and exit. Yes. Now you should still be able to add a folder. Escape. Am I rebooting? This machine takes a while to reboot. Come on, here we go. All right. F9. There we are. UFEI boot SanDisk. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now I have a driver. This might not even be the exact driver that I need, but essentially what I've learned the hard way years ago when these M2s first came out is that, one, you can either toggle on and off the RAID boot, or you just go get the RAID driver, or some of these Optane drivers from HP need a special driver. And because Microsoft doesn't have that driver embedded in the installer, you don't get to see the partitions or therefore create a partition. Okay, so we're going to get into the Windows loader. Drum roll. Let's see if we have access once we load the driver. So I didn't even get the serial number off of this drive. So let's just hope the one driver works. And yes, generally speaking, I'm not a fan of HP. They do things weird. Next, custom, of course. Load driver. Browse. HP downloads, SSD. And no, hide. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Well, it says hide drivers that aren't compatible with this hard. Well, that's interesting. You telling me. So this is not going to work. Why do I have an opportunity? I just want to see what happens here. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I got to go find the exact driver. Let me see here. Browse. HP downloads, SSD. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think this one, let's try this first one next. I don't know which of these drivers it is. So I'm trying the first one this time. Okay, that one didn't work. Load driver, didn't work. Hit browse. Go back to the HP downloads folder, SSD. Hide drivers that are. I don't know which drive it is. I got to figure out what drive this is. Oh, how frustrating. Okay, so we got to figure out what drive exactly this is. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. Yes. So let's go get the serial number and part number. We're going to go escape. We're going to go... So escape gets us to this menu. And then we're going to go to F10 for the BIOS. So let's go configuration, boot options. Set that back to 5 seconds until we get this thing situated. Configuration. Oh. Rapid storage technology. That's Intel. So it's an Intel drive. Security. main, boot options. It's not showing the drive. Where is it? There we are. Okay, that's our drive. It's a PCIe. I'm just going to take the picture. Let's take a picture of this part number here. So the part number I'm going to have to get a driver for is SSD PEKNU010TZH. Alright, let's see if I can Google this. Hold on. SSD. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm looking for where is it? Let's see. Where's the driver? All right, let's see. HP drivers and software download. Oh, this is so stupid. Why? That's so dumb. There's no model number on this machine. I can't just... Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. Where is It's a terabyte drive. The driver I'm finding. Drivers and software. Let me see if I can find it by part number here. Ethernet, wireless, graphics, server products, processing, memory and storage. Oh, memory and storage. Okay. Can I just get... What is this? It's an Intel. Is it an Optane drive? It just says the part number, SSDP EK. I don't need a firmware update. Intel memory and storage tool. Ah, you know what? This might be it here. Intel, the rapid storage. I don't want an executable though, that's the problem. Yeah, there. Just give me the darn... Show and Finder. Show and Finder. There, that might work. Now I have to plug the USB stick back in. Alright, let's hope this is the right driver here. Alright, here we go. Okay, so escape. There we go. Escape gets us here. Then we're going to go to boot menu, F9. And then our UEFI. Memory stick here. Let's drum roll here. Let's see if we have the right driver. Drum roll. Here we go. So we're going to boot to USB. That's the copy of Windows 11. I copied the driver for the SSD. Since they don't have a RAID function in this BIOS, that's not the problem. What I need is a Intel driver to make the drive visible. This delay here you're watching is actually normal. Let me move this here. God, that reflectivity is disgusting. Here we are. Okay, so now we're going to start the Windows executable. Install now. We're making progress. Let's see. Hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, I wish people would just not buy HP. Custom, load driver, browse, memory stick, Go to HP downloads SSD. And then new folder. Hide drivers that aren't compatible with the computer's hardware. Well, that's not the right driver either. Well, what drive is this thing? Let's try this. That didn't work. Okay. Load driver. Cancel. Hide. Okay, browse. Yeah, so none of these drivers I found is working here. That's not gonna work. Okay. Well, there we go. That helps a little bit. Now you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so none of these drivers are gonna work. When I check this box, it implies they're not going to work. So I can't seem to find the exact driver for this stupid HP. Where is it? You know what? Let me get the serial number for this machine. Yes, I'm sure I want to quit. Yes, I'm sure. So I'm going to hit escape. This HP is driving me nuts. Okay, so BIOS setup is F10. Okay, what's the model number for this thing? It's an HP Pavilion all-in-one desktop. That really doesn't tell me much, does it? HP Pavilion all-in-one. HP Pavilion all-in-one desktop. Oh, the triple X looks generic. That doesn't look like it's actually part of. Let's go here. HP. HP. All in one. Let's try the product number. B6AA pound ABA. .577 B6. Copy. Let's try this. Let's go straight to HP and see if we can get the serial number to give up the driver that we need. Desktop. Enter your serial number. I guess the part number is not going to work. Let me see. Where's our serial number? System number, system processor type, system number, product number, system family, product name, system date. Where's our serial number? Serial number right there. All right, good. So let's try this. 8 Charlie Charlie. Two 1 6. Zero D. S8. All right, there we are. Windows, good. Identify the OS. What OS do you have? What version of the OS do you have? Good. Okay, so I went directly to HP's website, use the serial number to look up. Okay, there's nothing to detect. Just give me the drivers I need for the storage. Apparently there's a BIOS update. Driver audio, graphics, keyboard, network. Driver, storage. What drive did this come with? Okay, Intel Rapid Storage Technology driver. Found it. 1.9 megabytes. Download. This better not be an exe. I'm going to slap someone. Okay, good. Oh, frickin' frack. Alright. Yes, it is an exe. Alright. Initializing download. No, I don't want the... I hate having to install OEM, HP hardware, EXEs. Come on, just give me the darn... That's so stupid. There. I don't want to install now. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't actually want to install any driver. I want to extract the files that I need. Okay, good. SWSETUP. Good. So that's, I'm hoping. Good. Okay, that's annoying. I gotta go manually grab those files. Oh, this is so frustrating. HP. Don't buy an HP. Install. Okay, let me see here. Continue. No, I didn't. Okay, drivers. No, that's not what I wanted. Man. Hold on, let me see if I can get the drive. My computer's being sluggish. Intel Rapid Storage Technology. Got it. So... let's see here. Okay, downloads, go away. Where did it install? Let's try this. Let's try this again here. Come on. Yes, I know. So many problems with HP. Agree. Next, install. I went to look for the driver, and I didn't see it. Validating install. Just hold on, we're getting there. The default folder that it dumps it into is somewhere in the root of the C drive. All right. Where is it? We're getting there. Hurry up. Hold on. Oh, there we are. SW setup. Is it a Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Okay, well that was annoying. SW setup. Come on, my computer's busy. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see if these two folders copy. HP downloads, SSD. Let's try this. New, all in one. All right, there we go. Okay, now let's try this. Yes, ignore changes and exit. We're going to do escape again. HP sucks. Do not buy an HP. Okay, now we're going to go to the boot menu, which is F9. And there's our SanDisk. Here we go. If you've never been here before, I film the work. I'm just an IT guy filming computer repairs. I do actually encourage you to call me. If you want a one-on-one interaction and you can't get me right now, go ahead and leave a message. 855-434-8787. Alright, I've just spent a half hour trying to get the right driver for the Intel inside. Oh my goodness. Come on, HP. The driver necessary for this M2 to boot is not included in the Windows installer. That's really frustrating. I actually went to the HP website, used the serial number to figure out exactly what driver I needed, because obviously you can have multiple different drives installed, which means you need to know exactly which driver you need to install. Okay, custom, it's not going to see the driver. Look good, browse. Let's go here, HP downloads SSD. all in one. Good. Now it's going to be probably SP138478 or 147198. 142198. Oh, HP. Why do you hurt my feelings? Like, oh, good. Good. Hide drivers that are compatible with you. Good. There, I found it. Intel RST-WMD controller 467F. Finally, I found it. All right, next. Now we'll be able to do a full reinstallation of Windows 11. Ultimately, what I like to do when I'm selling a new selling the setup of a brand new system is getting, there's our partitions. Look at that. All right, now we can delete this. That took forever. Delete the original partitions. We're going to reinstall Windows so it doesn't include all the retail crap that slows you down and pulls performance. Next, there we go. Good, we got it. That only took a half hour. Holy heck. If you've never been here before, I filmed the work, doing a repair here, reinstalling Windows on a brand new HP all-in-one. Once this is done, I'll do the updates, and then I'll grab the data from the original all-in-one that's like 10 or 12 years old. It's a gateway. Yeah, so I took the serial number out of the BIOS of this brand new machine, went to HP's website, grabbed the driver that I finally figured out what I needed, so I knew exactly which M2 was physically installed. Grabbed the files necessary to make the drive work with the driver, put them on the USB stick, plugged in the USB stick, booted the Windows, and then Windows allowed me to browse to the files that were needed to make this M2 visible. Getting files ready for installation. It's 28% done. What did I do with my phone? There it is. That was really frustrating. Okay, so let's go to YouTube. Yeah, I know. You would think, but the driver base, I don't think Windows 11 has that many more drivers than Windows 10. Like I said, it took me until the M2s became a more common thing for me to realize that this needed to be taken care of. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, unfortunately, just when you think you're getting good, someone like HP comes along and does something different. It's really frustrating. But now I'll be able to reinstall Windows. We'll grab the data out of the old machine. It's an old gateway, like 10 or 12 years old. Thank you everyone for showing up. Ultimately, the live interaction is really what's going to be most valuable to everyone. Show up, say hi, get a live interaction. Schedule for a live interaction later. Whether you just want a phone call or a live remote session, let me know. My name is Chris. I'm a full-time ID guy from Redondo Beach, California, offering free support whenever I'm not getting paid doing house calls. Show up, say hi, 855-434-8787, or just through the YouTube chat. You know, it's interesting. The Samsungs, when I install those don't need a special driver. Windows has enough of driver support to where I don't need to upgrade any I don't need to put any special Samsung drivers. So like when I install a 980 or a 760 or something, they just work. Okay, we're going to restart. Here we go. Drum roll. Windows install. This is a brand new HP, all in one. Drum roll. Here we go. So once I get it online, we're going to do some updates. Oh, that's right. We want to get this thing to go without being on an online. We don't want a Microsoft account. Here we go. Oh, I got my lighting all backwards. I didn't realize we were staring at my reflection in the reflection for this computer. Look, it's almost as good as a mirror, except that because the screen is black, it makes me look very dark. You know what? I don't mind Asus. As far as hardware goes, HP is the one brand I tell people to avoid. And every company has a piece of hardware that has given me a headache. All the companies have one or two models that are just junk. HP, for the most part, most of their stuff. I don't like their business tactics, and there are certain little things like you've just witnessed me deal with. That's not fun. But let's just say Dell doesn't have their 13-inch. All their 13 inches have given me grief. I don't know why. I remember when I used to do warranty repair for Dell, like 10 years ago. Their Dell M1330. Literally, I would replace up to 5 motherboards for customers performing their warranty repair. That thing would overheat. And all their other late model 13-inch XPSs, those things overheat. So, HP as a whole makes a bunch of hardware I don't like. Dell, their 13-inch is what I don't like. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is it's going to give me grief for not being online. Skip. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is the trick. Let's see. What happened? What happened? I just lost power. Well, that was weird. Oh. That was really weird. That was really weird. Was it restarting? No. That was weird. If you get a Lenovo, I like the ThinkPads. Professionally speaking, the ThinkPads you pay a premium for, in part because the quality has never been diminished. Their professional build quality is actually better. What the heck did I do here? The machine, the HP just turned itself off. The placement for the power button is in the back. Okay, next, yes. Skip the keyboard. Skip, skip, skip. Okay, this is where I'm going to plug in the Ethernet for just a second, just to get it off of, so we can install just a local account. Okay, I plugged in the Ethernet for just a second. Then it should give us a blue next. There, connect, and now There we are. Check for updates. It won't be able to because I just unplugged it. Yeah, Lenovo, as far as their ThinkPads have gone, have always been the best of the best. As far as professional grade hardware, it's hard to say retail-wise. Dell is fairly good. Lenovo is fairly good. I hate to sound like an HP hater, but they're the one brand where most of their hardware is problematic. Okay, good. So... Len. Alrighty. That was weird. I double checked the power. It didn't get unplugged. That was weird. I don't really want to have to ask the customers for their Microsoft account. Here we are. If you've never been here before, my name is Chris. I film the work, and I do encourage you to show up in the YouTube chat. If you want a one-on-one conversation, I do encourage you to give me that call. Even if I don't have time to give that attention to you right now, we can schedule a time. Or if you just want a recorded phone call, I'll take that recording, and then I'll air it here later. A lot of times people, you customers and you viewers, are very smart and will give me a very technical conversation, and then I realize I go back and realize that conversation is totally valuable to everyone. So that is where I got this idea to record live content and broadcast it here for later use. Or if you want that live interaction, you can be part of it. You can be the live interaction. Alrighty, we're just finishing up a Windows 11 installation. That's right, I gotta change my lettering. I didn't realize. We finished that screen replacement at the beginning of this video. I did an HP Pavilion screen replacement in the beginning. If you're just now showing up, that's why the verbiage is wrong. But the phone number is still accurate. Okay. So once this is done, I'm going to do some updates, and then I'm going to pull the drive out of the old... it's a gateway. That's where the customer's stuff is. He brought both machines. There's our Windows desktop. Being an all-in-one, it probably has Wi-Fi, so let's connect to that. Okay, we're going to get it on my Wi-Fi. Good. So this is Windows 11 with a local account. Now we're just going to do some updates. Go to the settings. Do the Windows updates. Alright, so the newer HP Pavilions don't have the password recovery for BIOS password. Learn the hard way. Requires to ship back to HP. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, there we go. So now we're just going to do some updates. And then we're going to USB the drive that's in the old original machine directly to this machine. Grab his data. And we'll go from there. I do appreciate everyone showing up. If you want a live interaction, give me that phone call throughout the day. I'm a full-time IT guy here in Los Angeles. I do most of my work as house calls, but if I'm here at the shop, I film myself doing the work, and I record live. Any interaction that is encouraged with you gives us a conversation that can often be very meaningful to everyone. I get a very large list of customers that ask me things I realize are very valuable to a lot of other people, so that's what gave me the idea to record these conversations and offer them up. I do try to describe what the video is exactly so that when people do searches, the conversation will come up. All right, I'm only going to stay on for a few more minutes because really we all know what's going on next. We just do these updates. Let's see how many of the drivers are missing here. Device manager. Yeah, so we got some drivers to do. Looks like the Ethernet driver was already included. USB. This is why you want to do the updates first, because the USB driver is going to get updated. You guys can't quite see what I'm looking at here. So the reason you'll want to get excited and start transferring data off of a USB stick is because the USB driver is going to be included in a lot of these unfinished drivers in the device manager. So you're going to want to make sure that that's all taken care of. This is what I'm talking about. Looks like the audio driver is not yet included. But we have a fresh copy of Windows 11 installed. Show up here. Yeah, watching paint dry, yes. Especially if the password is forgotten by the customer. Yeah, right. Well, you saw how his pin got mangled because I was screwing with the defaults, the BIOS defaults. I needed to be able to figure this out. Otherwise, he would not have been able to log in using his own password. So part of the service that I sell is setting up a new machine. Is I'll reinstall Windows, I'll do the updates, and then when he comes back, we're going to figure out his copy of Office because he bought it from Best Buy, and that's sort of problematic sometimes because it's not totally registered with the default Microsoft account. That's why he might have saved himself $20 or $30, but now he has to figure out how to log in and register his purchase that he bought from Best Buy with Microsoft so that a year or more down the road when he goes to reinstall Office, he doesn't have to jump through any hoops and make phone calls to Best Buy. Okay, I think we're about ready for our first round of reboots. Update and restart. Okay, update and restart. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Most of the drivers I've noticed are available in Windows Update, which is also funny because some of those updates you'd think should be included in the original installer. I mean, obviously the drivers necessary to make the thing function, like Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Can you imagine I would have had to have gone and get the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet driver had the driver not been included in the installer? Because consider the fact that Microsoft's trying very hard to get us into a live account. If that Wi-Fi or Ethernet driver is not included, how am I supposed to do that without already having that driver? Good. This is a nice quick machine. Settings. I like that icon over there. Windows Update. Let's see how many more updates are there. Device Manager. Let me see what other... Okay, good. We still have the audio drivers still not done, but it looks like that's just about the only driver left to do. And then I'm going to use my dock, my SATA dock, and turn the 3.5-inch SATA hard drive in the original all-in-one that's about 10 or 12 years old from Gateway, USB connect it to this thing, and then start dragging his stuff over. Yes, Windows Update, but you know, not all the drivers are included in Windows Update. I have noticed sometimes the drivers, just because Device Manager looks like everything's installed, like it happened to me last year. Dell, the camera wasn't working, and I thought all the drivers were done. I had to install the little executable that does the auto update and the auto detect from Dell. And that told me that there were some updates available that the Windows updates were not offering. Yeah, also, BIOS updates are also available in Windows Update also. It never used to be the case back in Windows 7 and before. You used to have to manually do a BIOS update through a USB stick or in the old days a floppy disk. All right, we're just about done. We're ready for another restart. It looks like we got a .NET update that just finished. Let's do this restart now. We just finished up another Windows update. A lot of people don't realize that when they do an update and restart, it's still you still want to do another check. You still often have other updates. Oh, I remember the other day I did a BIOS update for a laptop I did. And I kept thinking it was done, and I couldn't figure out why it asked me 3 or 4 times. But when I realized is it had to do every version that was available, and there was literally like 5 or 6 versions. So the BIOS update got a new update every time I did an update, but it had to restart and do it again, like literally 5 times. You installed Windows on a Dell Pavilion. A Dell Pavilion? You mean an HP Pavilion? 3671's Wi-Fi driver wasn't included. Doable, but longer to complete. Yes, exactly. That's why I save folders for manufacturers on those installers. Because oftentimes they'll take the same Ethernet or the same Wi-Fi or the same SSD, and that way I don't necessarily have to go grab individual drivers, because one driver will accommodate several models. It's so frustrating when that happens, I know. We're almost there. Show up live, have an interaction. If I don't have time to interact with you directly, you can call and leave a message and we can reschedule a live interaction. I can do remote support. If you just want a phone call, that's fine. Those conversations, you customers and viewers, you often drag me into a more detail-oriented conversation, which can often be very beneficial to everyone. Dell Precision autocorrect. Got it. Yeah, I figured. Dell and Pavilion, 2 different brands. Pavilion's an HP brand. And then Dell has the XPS line. Well, they all have several lines. All right, here we go. One more update. One more restart, anyway. Show up, say hi. Give me an interaction. Okay, we're going to do the updates one more time on this machine. I think there's one more update pending. One more round of updates, that's what I meant. So this is an HP Pavilion all-in-one desktop, 27-CA1 XXX. So we still have some updates pending. 2022-12 cumulative update for Windows 11 for x64 based systems. Intel Corporation System 10.29. Intel Corporation display driver. And a system driver that's not, it just gives us a version number, not telling us exactly what it is. But here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to help you with the exposure here. The screen is so bright, it's hard to deal with that when I'm trying to make the screen look good. Alright, I've been online over 2 hours today. I decided not to split this video up. If you look at the beginning of this video, it was me doing a screen replacement on a HP Pavilion. That was a quick and dirty job. Although it was already half done because I had to take it apart to get the part number off the screen. I don't usually play music. I was just trying to be interesting. Let me know if the audio is okay. I know it was a problem earlier, but I've been manipulating it. I have to offer up what you guys want, not necessarily what I want. Me rambling on without interaction, not that interesting. At least the music is slightly more interesting. Okay, I don't know how much longer this is going to take. But thank you everyone for showing up. My name is Chris. I am the South Bay Tech Guru. All right, here we go. We're almost done. There we go. So I'm going to restart. This should be pretty much the last update to do, the last round of restarting for the final updates. Good, thank you about the music. Yeah, I'm just trying to be interesting. I have to pay a licensing fee, so that means I actually have to go, every time I want to play that song, I have to go to that website and download the file. So I came up with a list of about 11 files. But I understand why radio shows have music directors, because stuff is hard to maintain and just, you have to do it every time. It's a job all by itself. Yeah, I'm trying to do everything all on my own. It's difficult. And then I have to monitor myself, and someone like you has to show up and tell me if I got it right, because ultimately it's hard to monitor yourself. All right. Let's do one more update. 98% complete. 99% complete. If you've never been here before, get your free tech support here. Call me anytime. During business hours, I'm not going to answer the phone after midnight. I know there's a potential audience all over the world, but I'm in Los Angeles, so call me sometime during daylight hours in Los Angeles time. I actually programmed that phone number not to work after hours, so thanks. Leave a message. Schedule a time for interaction. Just about ready. Restart. I'm going to restart this 1 or 2 more times, and that's when I'm going to call it quits for the evening. It's been a long day. It's after 6 p.m. Yeah, right. I pay in pats on the back and an applause. That's all I can afford right now. Yeah, hire a DJ. You mean it's called a music director. Not really a disc jockey. I need a music director. They can set up my music and then they can play it and get the music dialed down. This is all happening on one computer, by the way. Everything that happens on YouTube. All right, last restart. All right. I'm going to pick this up tomorrow. I'm not going to finish this job today. Let's just see if we have one more update pending. Attention needed. Let me see something. No, I don't want to mess with what I got. All right. Freeze Rack, thank you for saying hi. Paying Twinkies and Red Bull. Yeah. Yeah, just what I need. Someone in their 20s to be running around on sugar. Yeah, right. Get your free education here. All right. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. This has been a presentation by the South Bay Tech Guru. My name is Chris. I offer up interaction for anyone who wants it. I encourage you to call for a live interaction directly. I can log in remotely. If you have a technical issue, give me a phone call. We can have just a phone call. We can have just a recorded phone call, and then I'll record it here later. I'll play the recording later here. If you want to be on screen or show me what your issue is, we can schedule a call for me to log in remotely, or not necessarily even log in remotely. Just show me your Zoom call camera and show me what's on the screen, and we'll figure out what's going on. I did that a couple weeks ago. Sometimes I have conversations with friends. If you just want a vocal conversation, that's also. If you just want a talking head sort of conversation, show up, say hi. I think I've offered up everything I can today. All right, I'm going to call it quits. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I actually got more than 1 or 2 people that showed up today. I appreciate it. I know it's kind of awkward. What I'm offering is a live interaction only. I don't do a whole lot of editing or a lot of pre-recorded stuff. So this is a live offering. 855-434-8787. Cisco WebEx allows for remote interactions. Yes. Yes. But also, what I'm trying to grab is a visual. So like a face. So it's like a podcast, but also being able to get, remote interaction. But I want to get a person's face on camera too. So I'm still trying to figure out the options. But yeah, live remote support, live conversation. I'm trying to get a visual of both your desktop so everyone can understand what we're trying to articulate visually. So in case anyone's showing up why I'm dragging my feet, or why I'm taking so long and describing or just jibber-jabbering about this HP here. This customer brought me a brand new machine. He's going to want his data transferred from his original all-in-one computer. So I totally reinstalled Windows, which essentially gets rid of all the retail stuff that slows your machine down and makes it less reliable, like the partial versions of Dropbox or the partial versions of McAfee or Norton, that sort of stuff. Yeah, obviously, without a visual, if I have a conversation, imagine me just trying to articulate what I'm up to without a visual of what's going on. It's a little easier when you can literally see what's going on. Audio plus video is why a Zoom call might be practical, but I want to be able to log in remotely also. Or I could just, like, if I just had a visual and someone wants to point their camera at whatever's going on, I don't necessarily need to log in remotely, especially if their internet isn't working, and that's ultimately the problem. I think this is the last time I have to reboot this HP before calling it fixed or set up. I'm going to physically take out the drive in his original machine, and then I have a dock that takes a SATA, his 3.5-inch SATA drive, and makes it a USB drive. Before I leave, well, I guess I'm kind of done with that laptop over there. His M2 is not giving up data, that Dell I was working on earlier. All right, I'm going to take off. Thank you for the 2 hours of, well, maybe you guys haven't been here for that entire period of time. Show up, say hi. I'm going to take off for the evening. I'm here usually until 6 in the evening before I close up shop. 855-434-8787. My name is Chris. If you've never been here before, I just film the work. If you want a conversation, I encourage you to show up. Give me that phone call at 855-434-8787. Just hang out in the chat. If you want to make friends amongst others that are watching, that's fine. But I am encouraging everyone to show up and be part of the interaction that is always live. Updates underway. All right, I'm going to take off. You know what, Pyrek, are you there still? Do you want to be my music director? I'll give you a login for my music collection. I'll show you how that works if you really want to. All right, I'm going to take off. Have a great day, everyone. It's been fun 2.5 hours here. Hope my audio was okay. Have a great rest of a great rest of your week. Happy Monday, everyone. Goodbye. Ouch, maybe not. Too much work. Yeah, all right. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's always a double-edged sword. When I have work, I don't have time to polish the show, but if I had a little bit of time. That's why you see me dressed up a bit. I got a little bit of screwing around to do today on the broadcast, so it'll get a little bit better. All right. Thank you for showing up. 855-434-8787. I am the South Bay Tech Guru. Give me a call. for a live interaction. Goodbye.